In this video, we are going to create a road design in Civil 3D. So we will start from importing points and then creating surfaces. We will add alignments. We will create an existing ground profile and finish ground profile. We will create a basic assembly and then create sub-assemblies. Using all these data, we will create a corridor. Then from the corridor, we will create corridor surfaces, then create sample lines, cross sections, and finally we will take off some quantity of materials. So stay tuned and watch the full video. So first of all, we will import some points in the Civil 3D file. We will go to insert, we will click on points from file. Then we will click on this plus button. Then we will select the file which we are using in this project. Then we'll click on open and we will select the file type which is matching with our file. So in this area I want to select ENG comma delimited and then click on OK. As all the points are imported in the file, we will move on to next step. We will create a surface from these points. We will go to tool space and on the surfaces we will right click and click on create surface. Then we will rename our surface and click on OK. Now that surface is created, we will link the points to that surface. We will open up that surface and then open up definition and we will select the point groups. Right click on point groups, click on add and then select all the points which are available on this drawing and then click on apply and OK. So this will create a surface for us. Let's view this surface. Click on the surface and click on object viewer. As you can see, a very smooth surface is created from the points. Now in the next step, we will create some alignment. We will go to Home tab and click on Alignments and click on Alignment Creation Tools. So in this area, first of all, we will rename our alignment. We will rename it as Road 1 and then we will click OK. So this will open up the alignment layout tool. We will click on this arrow and select the tangent with curves. Then we will start creating an alignment. Let's start from this point all the way to this point, then up to this point and make a curve at this area. So we are just creating a random alignment in order to create our project. So the alignment is created and we have to adjust some curves. We will click on this triangular button and then adjust our curves radius. As you can see, the alignment is created. We will close the alignment layout tool and then move to the next step, which is creation of a profile. We will click on profile and then click on create surface profile. And in this area, we will add topo surface on the existing alignment and then click on draw and profile view. Then in this area, we will rename the profile and we will rename it as EG Road 1. Then we will skip these steps for now and we will add all these details further in this video. Then we will click on create profile view. Then we will place a profile in our drawing And as you can see, the profile is created. Now that the profile is created, we have to add some design profile on this existing ground profile. So in order to do so, we have to go to profile and click on profile creation tool, and then we have to select the profile view and rename this profile as finished ground road 1, and then click on OK. So this will give us a profile layout drawing tool, and upon this area we will choose draw tangents with curves. We will start from using the snap button and start from this point. Again, turn off the snap key, and then we will place a point in this area, and by minimizing the cutting and filling, we will create the profile all the way up to the end. And then click on escape button, and then we will close the profile layout tool. As you can see, we have 4% grade, maximum grade is 4%, 2%, 2.15%, and we have 5.5%, which is less than 6%. So we'll adjust the vertical curves a little bit. Adjustment will be okay. And we have created the design profile. Now we have to modify the profile view a little bit in order to show the details. As you can see, the band of elevation is showing only one elevation for the existing ground. We want to show the design ground or the finished ground profile view profile elevation as well. So we will have to select the profile view and click on profile view properties. And in this section, we have to go to bands, and in the elevation data, as you can see, profile 1 is topo surface 1, and profile 2 is, we have to select finished ground road 1 surface road 1 profile, and then click on apply and OK. Now as you can see, the elevation is changed on the right side for the design ground or the finished ground. Furthermore, we have to select the profile view, and then we have to add some cut data and fill data. First of all, we will add cut data. We will click on add and then click OK. Then we have to select fill data and click on add and OK. Also, for the cut and fill data, we have to select the profile 2, which is the finished ground road 1, and then click on apply and OK. So this will give us the cutting and filling on the center line of road. Furthermore, we will select this profile view, right click and click on edit profile view style. And in the grids, we will click vertical grids and we will click horizontal grids, and then click on apply and click on OK. So as our profile has been set, we will move on to next point. We have to create an assembly. So in order to do so, we have to click on assembly and then click on create assembly. Then we want to rename the assembly. So this one will be A1 and click on OK. And we have to place the assembly in some point of our drawing. So we have placed the assembly. Now we want to create sub assemblies for the lanes and for the shoulders and right daylights and curbs. So in order to do so, we have to, in the palette section, we have to click on tool palettes, and this will open up the tool palettes, and in this section you have to click on lane. So let's start with the ground lane. We will select this one, and then we have to select our assembly. So this will create the ground lane for us. Let's adjust the width of the ground. We will select this lane and go to sub-assembly properties. Then we will go to parameters, and we have to adjust the width of lane. So in our case this will be 15 feet and 15 feet. 15 feet on left side and right side. So this total will be 30 feet. Next we want to add some shoulders on both sides. So we will go to shoulder section and we will select shoulder extend sub base. For the shoulders we have to provide on left side and we have to provide on right side. So as you can see in the parameters, in the side we have selected right side, so we have to select the point, topmost point of the right side. So this will create the shoulder on right side. Then we have to select the left side on this area and then click on the topmost point, and this will create the shoulder on left side as well. Now we have to select the sizes of shoulders. We will select the shoulder, click on sub-assembly properties, go to parameters, and then we will adjust the width of shoulder. So in our case this will be 5 feet. Click on apply and OK. Then for the left side we will go to sub-assembly properties, and for parameter we will select 5 feet and then click on apply and OK. So the shoulders and lane are set. Now we have to add some taillights. For the taillights we want to use taillight bench. So click on taillight bench, and same for the shoulders. Same as the shoulders, we have to select the sides for the bench. So here we have select left side. So we have to select the leftmost point of the shoulder, and this will make a taillight bench cut. And for the right side, we also have to select the point, and this will create the taillight on right side as well. So now as the assembly is created, we have all the things need to create the corridor. So in order to create a corridor. So in order to create a corridor, we have to click on corridor, and then we have to set the name for corridor. This one will be COR1, and for the alignment we will select road 1, and for profile we will select finished ground road 1. For assembly we have created A1 assembly, and target surface will be topo, and we have to click OK. Then we have to click apply and rebuild the corridor, and then click OK. So this will create a corridor for us. Let's view this corridor in the object viewer. As you can see, the corridor is created. Now the corridor is created, which is showing the red portion on the daylight area. The red portion is showing the cutting area, and the green portion is showing the filling area. Now we move to the next point. We have to create some corridor surfaces in order to extract the quantities of cutting and filling. So we will select the corridor, and we will click on corridor surface in modify corridor area. Then we have to create a surface. First we will select this point, we will click on a create a corridor surface, then we will select the data type as link and codes. First of all, we have to add subbase, we have to add daylight, we have to add bench, daylight cut, daylight fill, and then we have to select datum. So these are the necessary informations. We have to click apply and rebuild the corridor and click on OK. So this will create a corridor surface for us. If you want to view this surface, click on object viewer, and as you can see the surface is created, but the surface is extending beyond the corridor. So we have to remove these boundaries from our corridor surface. So first of all, we have to hide this existing target surface in order to view this correctly. So we will select the topo surface and we will go to edit surface style. In the display area, we will uncheck the major and minor contours and click on apply and OK. After that, we will select the corridor surface and we will go to edit surface style, and in the display area we will uncheck minor and major contours and we will check the triangles and then click on apply and OK. After that, we have to select this surface, and in the edit surface area we have to select delete lines. So we have to select all the lines which we want to delete. And then we will restore the state of this surface, clicking on edit surface style and then uncheck the triangles and check major and minor contours, click on apply and OK. Also for the other surface, now as you can see the corridor surface is created. Let's check again if this surface is correct or not. Click on object viewer, and as you can see the surface is perfectly created. So now we have to create some sample lines or the cross-section lines in order to create cross-sections. So to do so, we have to click on sample lines, then right click and select the alignment which we have created, then click OK. So in this section, we need only topo surface and the corridor surface. We do not need the corridor, so we will uncheck the corridor and we will select the topo surface and we will set the style to existing ground. So the topo surface is the existing ground and corridor surface will be the finished ground. We will click on OK. So this will show us a line in order to create a sample line one by one, but we do not need to do so. So we will go to this area and click by range of stations, and we will select the left width and right width. So in this area I will write 75 and 75 for both sides. Then I will write the 50 feet increment is fine. After every 50 feet you have to create a section, then I will click OK. So this will create the sample lines on each 50 feet distance. After doing so, we will create some cross sections on these lines. So we will go to section views and click on create multiple views. We will write the section view name as SV1, and then we will create section views. We will place the cross section views on our drawing. As you can see, the sections are created. The blue line is the design profile line and the white line is existing ground line. Now that the sections are created, we have to apply some material in order to recognize which area is in the cutting and which area is in the filling. To do so, we have to go to Analyze and click on Compute Materials. Then we have to select the alignment and sample line collection and then click OK. After that, we have to select the existing ground, which is corridor surface, and we have to select the datum line, which is topo surface, and then click OK. So this will end up creating a hatch showing us that which area is in cutting and which area is in filling. So this is reversed. Cutting area must be highlighted as red and the filling area must be highlighted as green. This is reversed. We have to modify it. We have to go to compute material again and then click OK and then open up this cutting material list. So the cutting is defined as any material below the corridor surface, any material above the corridor surface and below the topo surface must be a ground removal, and any area below the corridor surface and above the topo surface must be a fill ground area. So we'll click on apply and click OK. So now this is fine. This is the filling area and this is the cutting area. After that, last step is remaining. We have to click on total volume table and then we have to select the properties. So our table must be 30 rows and three tables stack, and we have to click OK and click on the point where we want to place that table. As you can see, the table is created and we are showing the cumulative fill and cumulative cut volume, and the total volume of filling is 49,000 and total volume of cutting is 31,000 cubic yard. These are showing in cubic yards. As you can see, the quantity takeoff is completed, and as you can see, we have completed all the steps. We have created a surface, we have created an alignment, then we have created profile, a design profile, and assembly, and then we have created sample lines. We have created corridors, we have created the sample lines and cross sections, and then finally we have created and calculated the volume table. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really enjoyed and learned something about this video, please hit like button. Also join our membership in the description below. You can find the link in the description below. See you in the next video. Bye bye.